According to an article on SIRS Online, schools must cover 1/3 of dietary factors throughout the course of a week. Should the federal government truly be able to govern the meals schools provide for their students? Through the National School Act and Child Nutrition Act, the USDA is able to control the nutrition of foods served in school cafeterias. Since July of 2001, schools of which participate in the National School Lunch Program and the School Breakfast Program must follow all guidelines of the local wellness policies. In this speech, we will be discussing the programs and their policies in which the United States Department of Agriculture enforce upon schools participating in the National School Act and Nutrition Act. We will also discuss the benefits of these programs. First, let's discuss the programs of the USDA. The USDA has several programs in which help regulate national factors of school lunches. The first program is the National School Lunch Program, otherwise known as the NSLP. According to SIRS Online, students who attend schools participating in NSLP consume twice as many vegetables as those who are not. Schools are able to receive some revenue from the NSLP to help cover costs of the food. For the students who are unable to pay for their meals, the USD pays up the school for up to $2.47 for every free lunch. And according to the Food and Nutrition Service of the USDA, since modern program began, more than 160 billion lunches have been served. The next program is very similar. However, it is called the School Breakfast Program. According to a study conducted by the Agricultural Research Center, adolescents who eat breakfast are 2 to 5 times more likely than breakfast skippers to consume at least 2/3 of the daily recommended dietary allowance of calcium, magnesium, riboflavin, phosphorus, iron, vitamins A, B6, and D. However, the regulations of school breakfast programs state the meal must only contain 1/4 of the daily dietary levels. Just as the lunches, the USDA also reimburses money to the schools who offer free or reduced lunches. However, for the reimbursement is only up to $1.10. The USDA also offers summer lunch programs. These programs allow children to continue to be fed nutritional meals even when school is out of session. The Summer Food Service Program allows children of low-income families to receive lunches even though they are temporarily not attending school. For some students, during the school year, the food they receive at school may be their only meal for the day. So, the summer lunch program is a great way to keep children fed. Next, let's discuss the policies that the USDA enforces. There are several policies that the schools must follow to participate in the USDA programs. Parents, teachers, administrators, and food service employees must be involved in the programs. Before the students can believe these programs will be beneficial to them, the employees of the school must first believe they are best for the school and their students. The school administrators must enforce the policies upon the food service workers and the students. Next, the school must provide personnel to provide a distinguished nutritional plan of which follows all guidelines. According to U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and U.S. Department of Agriculture, the guideline states, a healthy diet contains plenty of grains, vegetables, and fruits, but low in fat, saturated fat, and cholesterol, and moderate in sugars, salts, and sodium, and to drink alcoholic beverages in moderation, if at all. These employees must also incorporate physical activity into their plans. Schools must have education about nutrition and school-based programs to encourage healthy living. If children were more aware of health dangers, they would be less of a subject to childhood obesity. Having classes over nutritional diets and adequate physical activity will not only educate kids of healthy living, it will also promote it. Lastly, let's discuss the benefits these programs provide for schools and the children. There are several benefits that the National School Act and the Children's Nutrition Act provide for the schools and the children. The USDA helps schools keep in their food service budgets by offering subsidies and commodities. For every meal served, a school participating in the National School Act and National Child Act, the school receives commodities worth up to 17 cents. Schools also receive federal dollars, which are to be used to purchase needed fruits and vegetables. Childhood obesity has been rising in the United States and becoming an increased concern. The USDA is working to diminish this problem and better our children's health. By improving our children's nutrition early, it will help them live a long and healthy life. If schools follow the policies enforced by the USDA, they will not only benefit the children, but the children will as well. Let's review what we have discussed. The USDA has been searching for answers to give our youth healthy lives. Through the National School Lunch, School Breakfast, and the Summer Lunch programs, the USDA has begun giving America's children healthier lives. If all schools begin participating in programs and following all policies, it will not only benefit the kids, but will also improve the quality of schools. Supporting the National School Act and the Child Nutrition Act will start providing better futures for the 12.5 million children that are considered overweight or obese. Do your part for your community and support both the National School Act and the Child Nutrition Act.